If she had only been ugly.
Listen, I want you to have seen you perform, and I've hung out with you a little. I just want you to be completely different than that.
Okay.
It's a show, okay?
All right, I'll try to be unfunny.
Moping around.
Got it.
The first teenager on this show.
Really?
Well, who else will we have?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Think about it. Look at him.
Just peeking in.
What's Cotter's last name? How old is he?
Grant Cotter?
Yeah.
I think Grant is, I want to say he's like 26.
26,
26,
he could be your
27?
father.
Yeah, right?
What are you, 19?
I just turned 20 like a couple months ago.
20-year-old Matt Rife on his way to stardom. We got him here while he's simmering before he gets hot. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you.
What's been going on with you?
Well, I've been doing podcasts,
Yeah?
searching into the souls of comedians,
Ugh.
sifting through their pain to see what makes them laugh. Now, I understand that you were a guy who was kind of obsessed with comedians as a young guy. You want to talk about that for a second?
I mean, that's kind of what made me want to do stand-up. Was I was like a huge fan of like Chappelle, like Dane Cook, and like George Carlin, like just huge comedians. I was a huge fan of them. And then I was a sophomore in high school. I was like, I think I just want to like try this out. So I hit up, the Columbus Funny Bone, right, in Ohio?
Of course, Dave Stroop.
Yeah.
I'm there in February. It's funny you should bring that up.
Interesting.
Week after Valentine's Day.
No promo at all.
I'll also be in Tampa. You have any friends there?
I don't. I've never been to Tampa.
I'll be on the cruise with the Impractical Jokers.
Oh, that'll be fun. Those guys
Any
are
friends
geniuses.
They're funny, aren't they?
They're super funny. It's weird, like not a lot of people can like translate from like a funny TV show that isn't stand-up to like doing like a live show like that.
Oh, you've seen it?
Impressive. I saw half of one of their shows
I've
in
only worked
Charlotte.
with Sal and Q off stage, on stage.
They're cool guys. Like I've never met them. That's good.
Very cool. You would love them.
Yeah, I was just like a huge fan of stand-up, and I started doing like this open mic once a week
He's cute,
there.
isn't he? Oh, sorry. Just doing this stuff.
He's cute, isn't he?
Adorable. I am cute. My own Guido-like muggish way.
I started doing this open
Bieber.
mic. The worst interrupter of stories ever.
Yeah, right. Right now, I know.
Just to say compliments. He's good, isn't he? I was doing this open mic, and it was just like a hobby. My mom would drive me an hour from my hometown in Ohio.
Hold on,
to
Matt. We'll be right
Columbus.
back.
God damn it.
No, go ahead. I'm a kid.
No, we were. My mom would have to drive me from like an hour away from my hometown to the Columbus Funny Bone, and you had to it was a bringer show, so you had to bring.
What'd you bring? Other high school kids?
See, you couldn't get in if you weren't 21.
Oh.
So I couldn't bring any friends. So like what my grandpa would sometimes do if he took me, what like, one of the other comics would do is they would like go ahead and buy 5 tickets, claiming their friends were coming. So that way, like it showed up on the list that 5 tickets were bought for this
Is
person.
that all you needed was 5?
Yeah.
5 at full price.
Yeah. So you would have paying like $25 to basically do 5 minutes in front of 13 people and 20 comics.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah. So I was just like
Humble beginnings, lad.
exactly. But then I just became like even more fan of stand-up, so then I would hit up like other comics on like social media and stuff like that. And now looking back, it was like the most annoying shit you could ever
What'd
possibly
you do? Tell me about it.
Just like I would find out they're coming to a club in Ohio, and I'm like 4 months into stand-up being like, hey, do you need an opener for you?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I had that the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was like a wrong thing to do.
Well, it's like, you don't realize it, but don't you think, like, if a guy's been doing stand-up for 20 years, there's a couple people maybe ahead of you in line?
It never crossed my
for
mind.
the
At 15
favor.
years old, it never crossed my mind. I was 15 when I started. It
Yeah.
never even crossed my mind. I'm pretty sure I called Lisa Lampanelli's management company and said, hey, does she need an opener for like...
Oh, my God, I've been looking all over for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God you called.
Hey, I've got a hot 2.5 minutes if you guys need it.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it was the worst thing I could have possibly done, but it worked out. Like I ended up getting a guest spot for D.L. Hughley at the Columbus Funny Bone.
He's a good dude. Huh?
Yeah, I just turned 16, and he was like, sure, why not?
Well, that was cool.
Yeah, so then that like snowballed and like opened up like Finesse in Toledo, Ohio, and then just that's how I met Eric Griffin and like some of like my closest friends today.
The what?
That's how I met like some of my closest friends that I have
Oh.
here today.
I noticed Dane's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, Dane's super cool to me.
That's nice. Yeah, because I saw you guys were calling him the other night from Greenblatt's.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
and John, who
Campanelli, yeah.
Campanelli, who did not make the show yet.
Unfortunately, and believe me, I've heard about it.
Have you really?
You're doing Dom's podcast.
Did you really hear about it?
Yeah, of course.
That's so hard, man.
I know.
Because it's not just a one person decision. It's a group discussion, and you just have to have something going.
Of course, yeah, there's something to talk about.
You're
right?
young, you're the whole thing, and that's interesting. And but
I
John will
appreciate
probably be on the show someday. But I just thought it was funny because I knew who was going to get it, and I like both you guys. But there's no way I was saying anything.
No, I really appreciate nobody else being available and you guys picking me. It's really cool.
There's nobody. Yeah, this is a tough week. We have 2 more this week. Smart ass.
Who else is here this week?
Judah Friedlander.
Oh shit, the champ. Okay.
Not bad. And a woman that I can't remember her name. But she's got 400,000 Twitter followers.
Jesus. She posts naked pictures?
No, she's not that kind of.
I don't want to follow her.
I wonder if what's her name ever does naked pictures? Cause she has such a good body.
Is she a comedian?
Yeah, Katie Quigley.
Kate Quigley? Oh,
I don't think she does. Doesn't she?
I've seen pictures, but just because we're close like that. Her
You and Kate?
Yeah.
Did you ever?
No. It's not for lack of trying either.
Really?
Not for lack of trying. I'm too young is the excuse, which is bullshit because I only date girls like 27 and up.
Me too. What a kawinky dink.
Do you usually go for like girls around that age range, or
I
are you
go
like
for women my age.
No.
I go to an assisted living home.
I'm saying, is it like 30s and 40s, or do you want like just as young as possible?
I
now?
want whoever I can get.
You need to hire your standards.
I don't
Tom.
drug them to sleep. I drug them to wake up. That's one of my boring fucking conversations. Yeah, do me a favor. Take these pills. You're going to need them. I'm not going to rape you.
You're not going to want to hear the end of this. Trust me.
I want to hear it.
No, your stories.
I thought you were going to have a happy ending with the Katie.
Oh, no, I'm working on it. Don't worry. I thought you were going to say Eliza.
Have you nailed any of
first.
it? Eliza? You were with her?
No, I love Eliza. I think she's gorgeous. I wish she posted any pictures.
Yeah, I wish she would dress hotter, though.
Right?
Yeah,
I understand, though, like a lot of female comics that they can't dress up
I
like
know,
that,
but
though.
just a little more instead of
Yeah.
sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Just something.
I've seen her wear leggings on stage, like yoga pants, and I almost had a heart attack.
She told me she has a great body, which people don't really usually say.
Ah, that's dangerous. Like a hot girl that knows she's hot. It's
Yeah.
fuck. No, I definitely don't have a chance.
I had a beautiful girl on this week, Kelsey Cook. You seen her?
I don't know her.
Gorgeous.
Would she stand up?
Yeah, very good too. Very funny. She was on the podcast this week.
I'll have to look her up.
Yeah, check her out. Doing her podcast tonight, actually.
What's her podcast?
I don't know. She asked me to do it. I spend an hour with her, act like I'm on a date. Then her boyfriend picks her up. Who's the one that I love? Is Jessie May Pelusa.
Oh, she's great.
We never had this many hot girls in comedy that were actually funny before.
No.
Started with that Sarah Silverman, God bless her.
She is still hot. Oh my god.
She's beautiful, yeah.
She's like Jennifer Aniston. Like she just is not getting ugly.
She
at all.
glows, I know.
God,
I'm starting to get hard at my own podcast. This is sick. And you know who's got a nice ass, very curvature. Who do you think is the hottest comedian?
Ooh.
You might lose a friend here.
I'm gonna have to go with Liza. I really think so. She has a great body.
Oh, you know who else is beautiful? Beth Stelling.
I don't know her.
She's kind of an alternative comedian. She was on this show.
Oh, it's not my cup of
I
tea.
met her in Ireland. What's that?
It's not my cup of tea.
What, alternative?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Just traditional stand-up, man. I just want to be like in a club in front of like a normal audience telling regular jokes. Alternative's not my thing.
Tell me some of the guys that you like.
I mean, still my basics like Chappelle, and I love Bill Burr. I think Bill Burr's brilliant.
When you get to Bill's level, I think that's really as good as it gets. Then it's about taste.
That's true.
Because I would think, like, 3 of my favorites, because I can't say my favorite because I'm going to alienate somebody, would be Burr, Rogan, and Tosh.
I love Tosh.
Tosh is funny.
I've never met him. I would love
He's
to.
He's a good friend of mine. It's a very odd couple, and you see it, 2 of us hanging out.
Yeah, you guys' styles aren't even close to the same. And
it's hilarious.
No, I would love to see you guys hang out. Has he been on the podcast?
No, I don't want him to do it.
Really?
Yeah, because as his friend, as the guy who has the podcast, I
yeah.
certainly would want him. But as his friend, it wouldn't do him any good. It would be like because he already has enough followers. He already it would help the show, but I'm afraid he would say something and then they would jump on it because he's you know what I mean?
Especially
Like,
people on the internet are looking for anything.
looking
to
for
be
anything
like,
to hate him or love
yeah.
him, and the whole thing with the rape joke. Do you remember that?
Yeah, which was the dumbest thing ever.
Well,
by
not
the
only
way.
Matt, if that was somebody else who had done that, somebody funny but unknown, nothing would have happened.
No.
You know, nobody would have cared. Nobody would, you know.
Yeah. Or honestly, just somebody with like more of a maybe like a likable persona on stage. Does that make any sense? Because I mean, he has kind of like that like uppity vibe to him, but that's just his style.
Yeah, it's
You're
hilarious.
supposed to just know that, you know.
Meanwhile, on the back of it, he raised, I think, $50,000 for a guy who was dying of brain cancer. Wow. So you know, he does things that he.
Yeah,
you know,
make as many rape jokes as you want. You save somebody's life.
Very cool karma.
You raise that much, you should get to rape somebody.
Yeah, I'll show you the thing later. He sent me a picture of the ticket. The ticket's a $25,000 ticket. So they won. So they get 50, you know, or whatever. I don't know how it works, but it was good. It was really good of him. I was proud of him.
That's awesome. I love him. He's one of my favorites. I like Jesselnick is really funny to me.
Jesselnick. I haven't seen him much. He's been on my show. Yeah, you know that show I have, Breaking Balls?
Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, like once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on that. But I didn't know it. Anthony? Andrew? What's his first name?
Anthony.
Yeah.
I like his.
Yeah.
He had a new special
A lot of
that's come out
people
that was
like
really good. It was dark as fuck, but people liked it. Yeah. I like.
So you been writing?
Yeah.
Are you still in high school?
No. I graduated
You're in
3 years
college?
ago. No college. I graduated early and moved out here.
You're just gonna do this, huh? You don't think college would expand your mind a little?
Nah, I hated school.
Yeah.
I missed as much school as like legally possible when I was in high school. Really, like straight A and B student, like honor roll and stuff like that. I hated it. And then once I figured out like my senior year, when I figured out like this is what I wanted to do, I just like stopped taking tests, like stopped doing homework. 'Cause I knew I wasn't going to college.
So you had a bit of an attitude.
I had a bit of an attitude. I was like, I'm either gonna be successful or homeless in a year.
Now, your parents? What do they do?
My mom works as a secretary for like some lawn care service in Ohio, and my stepdad is a car mechanic. So very like blue collar.
How about your biological father?
He passed when I was like 1.
Oh, geez, so you never knew him, obviously.
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very blue collar family. Like I make more than my parents do right now, and that's not saying a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And where at? Ohio?
Yeah, it's a really, really small town called North Lewisburg, Ohio. It's like
Where's that?
about an hour west of Columbus. Like my high school is like surrounded by cornfields.
Did I mention that I'll be at Columbus?
Yeah, I think you may have brought it up in passing.
Okay. No, it's because it's before I do
Tampa.
Mr. Magooby's.
Where's Mr. Magooby's?
Mr. Magooby's in Towson. Thanks for asking.
Oh.
I'm in Towson, Maryland, and then I do Atlantic City, the Tropicana.
I always wonder, like, where can you get tickets for those things?
Well, you could call Ticketmaster. It's funny you should ask. You know, you could call, or you go to the box office at Tropicana, and I don't want to talk about it. Look, this is your podcast, but yeah. Anyway, it's an hour from where your mom lives. It's 45 minutes to an hour away from the
Columbus
box
Funny Bone.
office.
Yeah.
At the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my high school was like as redneck as possible. You know how like schools have like Spirit
Redneck,
Week
really?
or whatever? Yeah. You know like there's like Spirit Week, like twin day where you're supposed to like dress with a friend matching and stuff like that. Or like school spirit day, you wear like your school spirit stuff. We had drive your tractor to school day.
Really? Did you have a tractor?
No, I didn't have one. I have too many black friends for that to slide. But a lot of the
Black guys don't have
that.
tractors?
No.
It's not a hip thing in the black community, the urban.
Not that I know of.
Now, why are you not urban if you were born in a little city?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Are you rural?
Yeah, it'd be considered rural, right?
Well, I mean, I would assume that you're either ethnic or rural. I never understood why I wasn't rural or urban rather. I mean, I don't come from a ranch in Philadelphia.
No, yeah, I guess technically you should be considered urban.
I want to do chocolate sundaes.
I kill chocolate sundaes. I love it.
Have you done it?
Oh yeah, that's how I was like. I started doing stand up was usually black rooms.
Yeah, I did too.
I
weird.
would say 50% of like my 5 years of doing stand up has been like in black rooms.
You know, it's not a black room, but it's integrated as the Funny Bone in Columbus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be playing there. Anyway, I digress. So you never went to college?
Didn't go to college. I have no idea what I would major in. Like nothing interests me.
Well, maybe you could major in drama. Do you want to
What
act?
job
or-
is that? Yeah, I do acting stuff. I've done
Yeah.
like a couple Disney things so far. And
Oh, yeah?
and I'm working on like developing my own show right now.
Well, I noticed your stage presence has been improving.
Oh, thank you.
I've seen. When does Jamie put you on? Just
Usually just Monday through Thursday, and I do weekends at Long Beach Laugh Factory though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
yeah, it's such a fun.
I love
room.
Ivy.
I love the weekend rooms there because like the weekdays can be kind of light sometimes. So you go there and like, all right, this giant room with 8 people, and you get a weekend. It's
Yeah,
like,
I think they should have put curtains in that room.
Yes, for sure. Beautiful room though.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think Eric Griffin just did his special there, and I heard it went great.
Who told you that, Eric?
Yeah, so I'll be judgmental as fuck.
But you're not near a special now, right?
No. I'm actually getting ready, like my late night set right now. That's kind of what I'm working on.
Yeah. Well, that'd be cool because your market is so untapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, high school kids and
Yeah.
because you could still go out with a high school girl and not be considered perverted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that at all, but
Well, you
I
could
totally
you
could.
could go to jail though.
Yeah, in California, yeah, because I think California is like a strict like 18-year-old age of consent thing.
So
I found that out
doesn't
a weird
seem
way.
right, you know. That doesn't seem fair. So if you went out with a 17-and-a-half-year-old girl who you were only 2.5 years older than, and you had sex, you could be
Yeah.
condemned as a racist. I mean,
Yeah.
a rapist.
He had sex with that young lady. He hates black people.
Yes. Look what he did to her.
She was a little bit tan. I had to tear it up.
That's sad, isn't it?
It's weird. When I first moved out here, I was dating a 20-year-old when I was 17, and she came to visit me, and I was living at my manager's. My manager rented an apartment.
Who's your manager?
Here. Gary Abdo. That's one of my managers. I have like a personal and a business manager. He's my business manager.
Personal biz, 20 years old. My God. I was
Business-
playing basketball at that age.
Business manager is Gary Abdo, but then my personal manager is Avi Gilbert at 3 Arts. So yeah,
Okay.
they're
3 Arts with Michael Rotenberg and those guys?
I don't know Michael.
Oh, I think
Dave Becky.
Dave Becky, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool dude.
But yeah, when I moved out here, I was living at this place that he was renting, and he knew that she was older than me. And if anybody, for whatever reason, found out like we slept together, then like he would be in trouble for it. Like or like
Could
she could
she
go to
get
jail.
in trouble?
She could.
She
Yeah.
could go to jail?
Yeah. So I had to like sign
I
a
never heard
consent
that
form.
one before.
I had to sign a consent form saying, "Hey, if I do have sex with this girl, she's willing and I'm willing." Which is weird because like who's just gonna bust into my place like?
How dare you, you
Yeah.
sick nut? Yeah, because with
I
a
came here to
boy,
rob you, and you're having sex with this lady.
yeah. I mean, with a boy, it's like, yeah, my man.
Exactly. Double standard. It's weird.
Well, totally double standard.
It's weird. I don't date anywhere near to my age though. I've never dated anybody my own age or younger.
Really?
My ex is 29.
Well, she's a sick fuck. She like that young cock.
I was just waiting for like to catch a predator to pop in at any minute. Just walk into the kitchen. All right.
Is that show still on?
I don't know. So super old reference. I don't feel good about it. I'm not proud
Very
of it.
funny. It's sad, but it's creepy, but it's funny.
Right? It's entertaining
I'll
though.
be right down.
Like you're watching somebody commit a major crime, and people are
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, let's
Oh, I
watch with
never
our
did
families."
this before. Please let me go. Please.
And they run outside, and a SWAT team drop kicks them.
Oh yeah.
No,
Can you imagine that feeling? You're on camera and you got to go home to your wife and kids.
Oh, my
and
God.
I go vault. Don't do it.
don't do it. Don't do it.
So you can't vote yet. Can you vote?
I can
Oh,
vote.
18 you can vote. You can't drink.
Can't drink. I don't drink though.
You smoke a lot of weed?
Don't smoke weed either. Did acid once. but-
You did acid? You went from nothing to
Yes,
acid?
yes. Never
How'd
been
you
high
handle-
before, and I did acid.
How did you handle it? Terrible?
Like a mind fuck, like big time. I'd never been high before, so I didn't know what to expect.
Oh my God. Well, acid's not what people usually get high to get mellow and
Yeah,
That's a fucking show, a late show.
We, my friends and I, we like walked across their college campus because that's where you do acid in college, and we walked across this college campus to like this area. They said it was like supposed to be like beautiful, and if you're like hallucinating stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we were walking across this crosswalk, and there was a car like waiting for us to go, and we didn't know who was in the car at the time. We walked across, and like, you've never looked more on drugs than when you're trying not to look on drugs.
Right.
Like, in my mind, like, we were walking across, like, good evening. How are you? Yes. Like, super proper, normal.
Yeah.
But it turns out we were, like, fucking, like, breakdancing in the crosswalk. We had no idea. It's trippy. Have you done acid before?
No, I can't do anything that's up.
Really?
I could do downs. Like, if I was going to do one thing...
It's weird because you're so high energy.
You think so? Do you really?
No.
Oh. I don't know. I never see what I'm like.
You cannot do downs, Tom.
My eyes are completely closed?
Yes.
No, I just like, I like alcohol. And if I did pot, you know how they have like that customized pot? I would have to do the mellow pot. And I would do, if I had to choose one drug that I never felt, it would be heroin.
Yeah, that
would be the one drug that I never did, but that's the one
You want to do heroin, like right, if somebody walked in with a needle right now, like, hey Dom, real quick.
Of course I wouldn't. I'm too much of a pussy. But I'm just saying what I'd like compared to what I do.
Wow. I thought acid was a big jump from nothing. Heroin?
Well, but acid, you go on a trip. You know, heroin is like more of a, like...
heroin, you only ruin your entire life.
Well, you don't have to get addicted to it. You could just have one... We're going to get into a heroin discussion as if I'm going to do it. I'm telling you, you got no reason to boss me.
Like the parent telling you not to do it, and you're the rebellious teenager being like, well, I'm only going to do it one time.
Yeah, right. I swear to God.
Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm 20.
You have brothers and sisters?
I have 4 sisters.
Oh, yeah? And what are you rank in age?
It's 3 older sisters and 1 younger, so kind of middle.
You get along with them?
The 3 older stepsisters that I rarely see, and then the younger sister's half sister, and we're okay.
Oh, well.
I'm still like fresh out of living at home, so like I don't miss my family yet.
Yeah. When did you move here?
It'll be 3 years next month.
Yeah, I remember you, because I remember like you being like a young teenager.
17, I started coming here.
How did you get in?
I had came here one time to visit, and Eric Griffin actually like introduced me to Jamie and everything, and I did like a guest spot here when I visited. So when I moved here, they kind of remembered and were like, "All right, just stay the fuck away from the bar." So,
you don't drink anyway.
Well, I guess liability or whatever. I mean, I understand it. You like drinking? Like it's like what was it, like the taste? You enjoy the taste of alcohol?
Yeah, I like that kick, that like the really straight alcohol.
I can't do it. I'm such a bitch. I can't do it.
I didn't do it when I was your age. I just drank beer then and cheap wine.
Ugh.
That's sick. The worst hangover is cheap wine.
It might be like
throwing up purple. So fucking disgusting.
Wine just tastes like fancy beer to me. It tastes exactly the same.
But it has no bubbles unless it's champagne.
It's gross.
Well, that's good. You know what? Do you play sports?
Yeah, football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah. What's your best?
Probably football.
What, receiver?
Receiver, like corner and kick return. 6 foot.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 6 foot in high school. I was like 5'5" in high school.
5'5"?
I had like a major growth spurt.
Were you funny in high school?
Yeah. That's like kind of what like made me want to do stand up. Also, I mean, besides like being a fan of those guys, like just like class clown. Like I was always in detention, all the time.
Who do you think is the best young comedian right now?
That's not fair.
That's what?
What do you mean by young? Like, what's the cutoff?
Well, the youngest good comedian that you know. I mean, Cotter's pretty good.
Cotter, I love Grant. Grant's super funny. Gerard's still really young. I love Gerard.
How old's Gerard?
Gerard's 27, I think.
He's brilliant, that kid.
Super brilliant.
Now,
he reminds me of Chappelle.
Who's the guy?
Pete Davidson in New York is really good.
I know that name. But who's the guy that produces Gerard's show? Willie.
I don't know Willie that well.
Oh, he's really young.
Yeah, I think he's only like 24.
He's hilarious.
Who was it?
He came in the other night. I was at the Comedy Store. And me and Eleanor are sitting there in this bar they have just for the comedians. Mm-hmm. And Willie just started dancing. He's doing all this, like, he was doing a Michael Jackson thing to Thriller or one of those songs. And he was grabbing his crouch and he was moonwalking. And it was just alone. And he wasn't high or anything. I was like,
Just having a good time.
Never have I in my life been that loose. Well, not that I can't dance like that anyway, but could you just start dancing alone?
Nah, I'm not a dancer anyways.
No.
But I'm just never like, I'm never that loose and just like uppity, you know?
Well, do you think they want you to become like a teen idol?
I mean, maybe if it's doable. I'm gonna try to be humble about it and not feel like put me on Teen Vogue cover tomorrow. But
Right.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Do you know Justin Bieber?
Mm-hmm. He's a cool dude.
Him?
You know King Batch from Vine, the Vine app. Like, it's like 6-second videos. He like owns that app. And he's like a really good friend of mine, and he's good friends with Bieber. And Batch and I had shows in Vegas for Mayweather weekend when he fought Pacquiao.
Uh-huh.
And before our show, he was like, all right, let's go over to this one hotel to say hello to a friend. And I didn't know what friend that was. We walked over, and it was Justin Bieber's suite. And I walked in, and there was this fucking gorgeous blonde-haired angel sitting at the table, and I was like, it's Justin Bieber. He's a good-looking kid, I'm not gonna lie. In the most heterosexual way possible. He's a good-looking dude. Super nice.
I wasn't accusing you of being gay. Just relax. I've seen him here. I've seen him here with Chris D'Elia and...
He's never here when I'm here. I'm always out of town.
Oh, really?
On the road, yeah, whenever he's here.
Well, in my world, Paul McCartney was at the Improv twice, and I didn't see him. So.
Oh, my God. We're even.
What's that?
We're even.
Yeah.
Weird. He was very nice to me, though. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, was he a dick to you? Like, no.
So he wasn't jealous of another young guy coming up?
He was super... He snuck me into his pool party. They weren't going to let me in because I wasn't 21, and he was like, what, they won't let you in? And he, like, just turned to a security guard and was like, give me a wristband. There you go.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
super cool, yeah.
Was he 21?
He's 21, yeah.
Yeah, because that's rough when you make it that big and you still can't drink legally.
Right.
Who the fuck are they kidding?
Well, they just let people do that now. Like, there's some Vine kids that are like, I heard were like at a club down the street the other day, and they're like 17. I was like, oh my God, I need to get famous immediately.
Now, do you do Vine?
Nah, it's not my thing.
Do you tweet?
Tweet, and Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and like Shots. Shots is Bieber's app. Like, those are like the main ones for me.
D'Elia got me on Twitter and not Vine, something. Oh, Instagram.
Instagram? You're on Instagram?
Yeah.
What do you Instagram?
Just pictures of me and some hot waitress or some. My big fucking sad mug.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
Not that many, like 4,000 or 5,000.
It's actually not bad at all.
And on Twitter, I have 33,000.
Oh my God. You tweet a lot, like funny stuff? Or is it usually mostly for like promotion?
No, for promotion, I have people I've hired to do that because I'm not good at that shit.
I don't have the money to do that.
For, last night I tweeted something. I was a little drunk and it was pretty funny. We were talking about this girl, Judy Gold, who I love. She's really dirty. But, I mean, she's funny and dirty. And we were goofing around. You know how gross comedians can be. We were in, and this is like, why are certain things funny? She says to me, I was in Montreal. I was hosting a show at the Club Soda in Montreal. And the stage was upstairs and she was downstairs. And I go down to, she's getting ready to go on. She goes, could you smell my cunt from up there?
Jesus.
I go, I couldn't smell it, but I could hear it. Right? And I don't know why, but that struck us so funny. It doesn't even make sense.
I could hear
her flapping in I could hear those labbing. Yeah, exactly.
That's disgusting, but hilarious. That's so funny. No, you're not married or anything.
Not now. No, I was.
You weren't divorced?
Matter of fact, my goddaughter is around your age.
Is she cute?
Is she what?
Is she cute?
She's pregnant. Give her
Dodged a bullet there.
Give her a shot.
Nah, I'm good. I keep my $17.
It's $17.
That's all I got, man. Starving artist is a real thing.
Are you having trouble financially?
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not like homeless, but I mean, it's not comfortable.
Well, that's why
Wild 'N Out doesn't pay good.
What does it?
The show on MTV that I'm on, Wild 'N Out.
Oh, that's what you're on? Plug it, man.
I mean, I don't want to, be a promoter, but it's
you have to
new
promote.
season coming out.
This
We
is
tape
a
in
podcast.
February.
What the fuck? What else are you gonna do?
We tape our new.
Promote away.
We
Did
tape
I
our new
mention
season.
them at the Funny Bone in Columbus? After I do Tampa?
Before Tampa.
No, after Tampa.
It's after Tampa. When
And then
Sam,
I'm at the Vegas Tropicana.
you're doing the
And-
Funny Bone there, or sorry, the Laugh Factory there.
But the big one is Tropicana in Atlantic City. 22,000 people.
In Jersey? Never been. I did the
Never
Borgata
been to
Casino
Jersey. Oh, you did that?
there. Mm-hmm.
Well, if you did the Borgata, you were in Jersey.
I've been in Jersey.
Oh. Oh, you never been to the Tropicana?
Never been to Tropicana. I can't like go to casinos if I'm not
Do you have
performing.
fake ID?
No. I tried to get one time, and it was the worst day of my life.
What happened?
I had to go downtown. Like a friend of mine recommended me. He's like, go downtown. Like, and there's just dudes walking around being like, hey, you want a fake ID? And I didn't want to go down there by myself, so I picked my friend who's like, I'm kind of a skinny guy. I picked like a skinnier guy to go with me because I was like, hey, I don't feel safe. I need somebody there to help protect me if something goes down. Which is like hiring a baby to babysit another baby.
Right.
And we get down there, and not even a minute goes by, and the dude's like, you want fake ID? We're like, yeah, of course. So,
Wow.
We-
so they knew what you were looking for.
yeah.
Like
just
a drug deal. But
Yes. He takes us to this like alley, and we go into this building, and we get in an elevator, and I honestly don't know if we went 2 stories up or 4 stories underground. I have no idea where we were. Like there was windows, but like concreted shut. It was the most sketchy thing ever. We went to this like back room, and there was this like Latina chick back there, just like on the oldest television I've ever seen, watching a movie. And I like wrote down all my information, like I wrote down a fake address, fake name, like eye color, hair color,
What was
that
your
kind of
name?
stuff. It was like Mark Rice or something like that. So it was close.
Right.
So if somebody yelled Matt Rife across the room, I could be like, yeah, Mark Rice is right. Like something close. And it was $150. We took a picture, and they say like Arizona and like Colorado are 2 like the easiest driver's license to duplicate. So I was like, just do Arizona. And I got it, and we had like met at this McDonald's. Like there's just innocent children around, and we're just breaking the law. And because there's cops all around, like you kind of just have to like look at it really quick, and just be like, all right, good, and then just give them the cash and then leave.
How much was it?
150.
Oh, you said that, yeah.
And I looked at it, looked good, so I was like, all right, here's your money, bye. I get in my car, I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
It was like, I mean, you know the texture of a driver's license is kind
Yeah.
of thick. This was like a playing card. Like this dude gave me an ace of spades
Right.
with my picture on it. And then it was like too shiny too. Like it was like too brand new. So my friend goes, yeah, we gotta like make it a little bit dirtier, make it look like a little used. And my dumbass opens up my car door, and there's just like gravel right here, and I just rub it on the gravel. The gravel tears it in half.
Oh, jeez.
So we super glue an awful fake ID back together, and I go, dude, I just have to see if this works. So instead of just going to like a convenience store and just being like, hey, I want a beer, and buying one, so something simple like that, we go to West Hollywood where it's like happy hour, and out of all the clubs I went to, I go to this bar, and I walk up, I'm like, all right, I want rum and Coke. And the guy goes, you can't drink here. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're not 21. I was like, how do you know that? The dude goes to my gym.
Oh, does
I
you?
talked to that fucking bartender at my gym the day before.
Oh, jeez.
He was like, you just told me you were 20. And I was like, shh. It was the most embarrassing.
Did you show him the card anyway?
No, I didn't even bother. I was too humiliated.
How would I have done?
It was the most embarrassing, biggest waste of a day ever.
Do you ever do any stuff on stage about being under 21?
A little bit. I'm still like, I still don't know what my voice is yet. Like, I don't know how to write for me yet. I'm just writing about like anything funny. It's so annoying.
It's really hard to find that, Matt. You know, it's like it sounds trite, but it's really difficult.
They say it takes like 8 years sometimes. Like it's.
I don't know if it takes that long, but
I hope not.
you know,
I mean, I'm getting a sense of it. Like right now, as much as I don't do like novelty jokes about like, oh, my mom or school and stuff like that. Like it's not my thing. I never
what
write
do you
about
do
that
jokes
stuff.
about?
I mean, I'll do like some pop culture stuff, just some stuff about like my friends, just universally funny things. Like you don't have to be my age to laugh at these things. Like I don't perform in front of people my age. I'm performing in front of adults.
Yeah,
every day.
you're not going to get a
Yeah.
full 20-year-olds other than a college.
Exactly. So, but what I'm trying to go through right now, just kind of write while I can, is just about like what it's like growing up right now, but in a relatable sense, so people aren't like, oh, you're bragging about being young, but it's more like, oh yeah, I remember trying to figure that out.
Well, Yeah, I mean, you definitely should talk about being young because it's the thing of the moment.
Yeah,
But obviously you can't just invest in that 100% because you're not going to be this young ever again.
exactly.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of happy. Like I'm aware of it. Like Nick Cannon told me, it was like, yeah, my biggest thing was I was writing kid stuff for so long, and then when I hit 25, people were like, you're not 17 anymore. People don't want to
Right.
hear this.
I know. It's when guys like 65 years old talk about their grandmothers. I'm thinking, I
Yeah.
don't think your grandmother's alive.
No.
She would be 115.
I can't do it. I've never been that type of person that writes like the novelty things. Like if somebody 30 did my set now for the most part, except for like the things where I do talk about being young, probably a good 35 minutes of my set, like somebody 30 could do, and it would come off normal.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen you enough lately. I just see like I'll walk in, you might be on stage once in a while.
Oh yeah.
I see you mostly hanging in the lobby.
Waiting for hot chicks.
What's your day like now? Like since you don't have another job, right?
I mean, I travel a lot. That's how I usually pay my bills. So I'm out of town a lot. But usually a normal day here is I wake up at a little after 10 and eat breakfast, and I go to the gym at 11.
Alone?
I have 5 roommates. Craigslist.
Are they comedians?
No, I live in a fucking sitcom house. It's like me, a Mexican guy that barely speaks English, the biggest pothead ever, a girl, a rocker, and that's it. Yeah.
You ever do material about them?
It's one of those things where I just moved in there, so it's still like fresh in my mind. Where
Right.
I want to write about it so bad, it's kind of giving me writer's block that I'm trying to write about so hard.
Yeah, because it seems so obvious.
Yeah,
that
it's
Mex-
too obvious. I hate that.
Your
I hate
best
it.
friend is a Mexican who doesn't speak English. And he's the only one that never gives you trouble.
Exactly.
And the girl's the weed head, or she's just...
No, she's just a chick. I feel bad though because she's like right next to my bedroom, and like if I ever have a girl over, like I know
She
her
has
bed
to
is
hear it.
her bed is literally on the other side of the wall from my
Oh,
bed. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, when I was a kid, when I was your age, there was no AIDS. Right?
That's a very old thing to say, Dom.
But
There
isn't
was
that
no
what-
AIDS when I was your age.
Yeah.
How old are AIDS?
AIDS came out, what I remember was like in the early 80s. And it really hit like in the mid 80s. It really killed a lot of people. The whole village was wiped out in New York. Is that funny?
You said village, like you live in like a medieval
No,
times
I
village.
meant Greenwich Village. You see, we related pretty well up until that moment.
Yes.
Greenwich Village, you know where that is, right?
Sorry,
Do you know where Greenwich Village is?
Roughly. I've only been in New York a couple times.
Okay.
I love it there. That's beautiful. It just the way, I don't know, it was like we were going back in time. You said village, like
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
right,
Black
like that I
Plague
lived in
that
a
took out the
village.
entire village.
Now, why can't you do stuff like that on
I
stage?
don't know. AIDS just waltzed in and pillaged your entire
Can you
time.
imagine with no worry about age? AIDS?
Yeah, I mean, both. It's honestly not my biggest fear with hooking up.
Do you have sex without protection?
No, but it's not for like not getting diseases. I can't have a kid. My kid would like ruin my career right now.
You are
I
a
wouldn't
kid.
have one. Yeah, exactly. I can't do that. I don't even know how to cook at all.
What do you eat every day?
Snacks, Hot
Really?
Pockets. I eat out all the time just because I don't know how to cook. I think that's why I date older women because like they
Where
know
is
how
this
to cook.
place
What's that?
that you live?
I live like
What area?
Little Armenia. It's like 10 minutes east of here if you go down Sunset.
Like Los Feliz?
Not that far, but towards there, yeah. It's like just over, what is it, the 101 that's that way? It's like right by,
yeah.
it's right by that.
And your manager got you that place?
No, that one I got on my own. I found on
It
Craigslist.
takes balls to move here at the age you moved here.
I know.
Age of balls.
Yeah, I just, one of those things where it was like, this is what I wanted to do, and it's either this or I get stuck in Ohio forever. So I was like, no, I need to do this.
You were 17 when you came here?
Yeah, I graduated early, so I couldn't come here, like, as fast as
Oh,
possible.
you graduated?
Yeah, I came out here.
You got a high school diploma?
I came out here and I took the California
Oh, the
proficiency exam.
GEDs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's the exact equivalent to a high school diploma. It's like it's better than a GED. I guess in California, when you graduate high school, you have to take like a big test. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
in like most states, you just have to like complete all your classes and get enough credits. But here, you have to take like a big test that's saying like you learned everything you needed to in high school, and that's how you graduate. So I came out here and I took that test. So then that said I graduated high school, and I just like took it back to my school in Ohio, and they're like, okay, bye.
Well, in my village, no, that's funny. We had GEDs for people that got kicked out of high school.
I feel like I would have got kicked out if I would have stayed.
Well, if you're not going to take any tests.
Wouldn't take any tests, just being disruptive, being a little shit all the time. I was an awful student.
Yeah, me too.
I made one. I feel so bad for this. I had one of my teachers. I made one of my teachers have like a mental breakdown. She like left class.
Really?
Yeah, I was just being so loud with my friends. Like
what
just
were you
being.
doing?
I don't remember exactly what I was doing. We were just laughing a lot, and like it was Spanish class, so we were just like.
Was she Spanish?
Yeah, she's super hot. So, I mean, but at this time, I was 5'3", 97 pounds with an even worse haircut. So, it was like, I knew I didn't have a chance. Like, I'm not going to... Unfortunately, this isn't one of those situations where I'm going to sleep with my teacher.
Right.
So, yeah, she just, like, couldn't take it anymore after, like, a whole semester of me being in her class. And she was just, like, I guess going through some shit in her life. And she just, like, I have to go. And just, like, walked out of class.
Really?
I was like,
wow.
Ooh, I felt really bad.
You beat her into submission.
Is there mental spouse abuse? Is that a thing?
Caramba. Yeah, I guess that would be some kind of abuse. It's probably she didn't go for reinforcements and bring the principal in or something.
Oh, he's seen me enough. It got to the point where it was just like, go back to class. I'll see you in detention. Nothing's worse than in-school suspension. Did you ever have in-school suspension?
No, I got suspended for fighting, but I couldn't go to school when I was.
Did you win?
The fight?
Mm.
Well, the guy was a fucking pussy. He was a bully, He was bullying this guy around. And I was playing basketball and I saw it, and the guy was he's a mulatto kid with little glasses. His name was Maury Wills, and the guy's smacking him. And so I thought, man, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. And I just smacked him. I wouldn't punch him. I just kept smacking him. Boom, boom. He goes, "What are you doing?" I didn't do it. Fuck you. Boom. And then we go and like he didn't want to fight. He wouldn't hit me back.
Yeah.
But as soon as we went in the principal's office, then he wanted to fight.
Oh yeah, because he's all protected.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, let him go. Let him go.
Dom, Samaritan of the Year, 8th grade. When was it?
I didn't always look like this kid.
What? Just old bodybuilder. Dom. I want to see a picture of you like my age. Do you have a picture like on your phone or anything?
No.
Damn it. Can I Google
We
it?
didn't have pictures in those days.
You just had like
We didn't have photographs.
the Civil War cameras.
Cranking up.
That's so funny. I bet there's just like, how did you send dick pics back then?
They didn't send them.
You just like sketch it.
You couldn't send dick pics because you could get caught sending pornography over the mail.
Really?
Yeah, because
How?
they had to develop film. It
yeah.
It wasn't developed, like instantaneously like it is now.
I forgot that's a thing.
I mean, I guess Polaroid cameras you could send.
Yeah. But you have to have like that specific camera.
Have you sent dick pics to people?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. If I get famous, I'm fucked. Like it's out there. There's gonna be a lot of my dick over TMZ now. Just be ready.
Does Dane do that?
I don't know. I don't ask him how often do you send your dick out. Probably. I mean,
what's the purpose?
Don't play games. I will legit, if I only have intentions on sleeping with a girl, I'll probably send a dick pic within like an hour or two of talking to her. Just so it's like, hey, here's what's on the table. What are we doing?
That's a hilarious generational thing.
Well, it's not just any picture. I'm not just like, here, real quick, let me do this. Like, it's got to be like the right lighting, the right
romantic,
filter.
Yeah,
put like some rose petals around it. Like, just make it sweet. Something to where it looks good enough to where it's like, even if they did leak that picture, like, leak that shit. I don't even care. Like, it would do me justice if this picture got out.
Who takes it?
Me. My
sick.
roommate, the Mexican guy who doesn't speak English. I'm like, trust me, this is an American thing. Just do it.
Oh, señor. No. Muchacho.
Yeah, that's
I
my
can't
go-to
imagine
now.
you with your fucking legs in the air.
Don't imagine that, Dom. Stop.
It's so fucking perverted.
Part of me feels
You
like,
think girls take pictures of their twats?
oh yeah, they do. I'm not sending shit, and not getting shit back.
Oh, they send it back?
Yeah. If the camera wasn't on, I'd show you something.
Man, am I old school?
I just picture like a pigeon with like a rolled up piece of paper on its ankle, and you open it up and it's just like a sketch of a chick. I feel like that's how things were done before all this technology.
Well, you grew up with the technology.
I did.
You don't remember never having cell phones, do you?
I got a cell phone when I was 11.
I thought you were from a poor family.
It was a flip phone. Don't get confused. It was like a $20 phone. I had like minutes that I could.
Oh, really?
It was like an emergency phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my family's super broke.
So you're trying to bail them out? Is that a dream of yours?
I'm gonna let them struggle for a little bit. Just humble them up a
And
little
if you
bit.
got millions of dollars now, would you help them?
Oh yeah, I'd probably buy my mom a house or something.
Yeah.
She wants to move out here. She's never been out here. I lived here
probably
for
misses
3
you.
years. Oh yeah. It's very like it's just time slows down back there. I feel like I went there for Thanksgiving,
Well, it's tough. Yeah, go ahead.
and it was just like I was bored immediately. I just wanted to
Yeah.
get back here, and like there's so many more. There's just so much more to do.
Yeah, you love it here, don't you? I
Love
could
it.
see how happy you are downstairs with the boys and hanging out.
In Ohio, I'd just be like,
It's an amazing story, Matt, that you blended in with this group. And
thank you.
Because I don't even think anything of you being here. I don't think of this guy could be my son. I don't think that way. You know, I just think, oh, another comedian. He just happens to be young and.
Interesting. It's
Yeah,
rare.
well-
I feel like most people are like, as a kid, also he tells jokes. Okay, that's cool.
No, but I've seen you around enough that I'm comfortable with it. I don't think. I mean, it does amaze me that you can't that you can go to war, but you can't have a beer. That kind of
It's messed up.
it's fucked up. Yeah.
It's not cool with this country. But I mean, luckily I don't drink anyways. So if can I get a gun under 21? Can you do that?
I think you can get one at 18.
I'm
I think-
thinking about it too
I
much.
don't
Like I'm gonna get a gun. Like
I don't know where I got that. But my guess would be like a state like Texas.
mhm.
If you're ever gonna get a gun, I would think Texas is the place.
I would think so. I
you
feel like
ever
the
s-
laws would just be more lenient there.
Did you ever see that Simpsons? You ever see the Simpsons?
Mhm.
There's one Simpson where Homer wants to shoot somebody. He's mad, and he goes in to get a gun, and they go, "Well, there's a three-day grace period you have to wait." He goes, "But I'm mad now." You know?
That's really funny. You know, there's a rule where it's like, it's called like the no mercy rule or something like mercy rule or something like that, where somebody breaks into your house and you shoot them, like if their back is turned to you, you can't shoot them. But they have to be facing you like they're attacking
Really?
you. If you shoot somebody in the back when they break into your house,
No kidding.
like you
You
go
know,
to
that
jail.
sounds familiar. Something weird
Yeah.
like that.
Which is weird because like then somebody could just break into your house and just like walk backwards
just-
the
yeah,
entire
right.
time.
Like a moonwalk around the house.
It's weird to me. There's so many weird rules with it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand laws yet. Still learning.
Would you get a gun?
Maybe.
I had a dream.
It's like protection though.
Yeah, I had a dream last night, or one of my Xanax-filled dreams that I had a gun. I was going to shoot somebody. I mean, never
This is
mind.
dark as fuck. Is this
Yeah.
after or before you wanted to do heroin for the first time?
No, I've always wanted to do heroin. I'll never do it. Maybe if I knew I was dying, I'd do it.
Yeah, why not? I'd probably do everything if I was new. If I was dying next week, I'd be like, give me every kind of drug imaginable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why
What
not?
difference does it make?
Yeah, you're
you
dead
would do
anyways.
acid again?
I'll probably do acid again regardless.
You
It's
are?
just, probably. I mean, I've only done it once.
Did you ever do mescaline?
What is that?
That's like a natural psychedelic
No.
from the desert. It's some plant.
Like shrooms?
I don't know. Maybe it is the same thing.
I heard they were like better and healthier.
I don't think Mexican. I'm not sure. Could
I don't-
somebody call in or call me at the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio?
Bring shrooms, get a person in for free.
I'll let your stepsisters in half price.
You can have
Are they hot?
No.
Is your regular sister hot?
No, Dom.
I just want to know. I'm an interviewer. I'm
How old are you, Dom?
old enough to be legally dead. Old enough to
64,
die.
65.
Old enough to die of natural causes. Look, you bring up my age again, you're out of this fucking podcast.
Bring up my age again. You're out of this podcast.
You're the lucky one. You're fucking 20.
You're the lucky one. You know shit. Like, you know like not to do stupid things. If you went home, if you got a stain on that shirt, you could go home and do that laundry because you know how to fix
No,
that.
I could.
Really?
Yeah. I've never fixed anything in my life. How dare you accuse me of having some sort of an aptitude?
How dare I just assume you have your shit together?
Where do you get the balls? Don't think
They just came in.
Don't ever think because I'm old that I've got it together. I'm fucked up. Look at
You
me
had the
interviewing a
opportunity.
20-year-old kid about his life. For 2 decades he's been alive, this fucking kid.
I don't know anything though. I would much rather like stories. Like you have stories and shit to talk about. Like I feel like you've been doing. How long have you been doing stand up?
30 years.
30 years. Like that's so much more material. Like 20 years. They say you don't even really remember anything before like 7 years old. So like that's 13 years.
7 years old is the age of reason. I think you can remember traumatic stuff.
Probably traumatic things, yes. But as far as like actual things you could ever write material about, like what, maybe after 11 years old? So like 9 years of things. And then I'm from a super small town, so it's like not a lot of big things are happening. I don't do a lot. Like, my family didn't go on vacations. Like I would much rather be older and have like the experiences and like the knowledge. Being young sucks.
You're not gonna, but you believe me, you don't want to be older. You think you want to be older now, but trust me, if you could freeze it, this is the time to freeze it. You know, you play basketball, you get winded, you get the wind back in a minute.
True.
The heart beats fast, it slows down. All the things that won't happen when you get older.
If there was like a zombie apocalypse right now, I'd want to be like my age. Like I wouldn't want to be like
You're the
80.
coolest fucking age. You should maybe you should be 21 so you don't have to worry about drinking.
Exactly.
But you don't even care anyway. So
one thing I care about not being 21 is like I can't perform at the Comedy Store anymore. Ever since like all that drama went down over there, I can't perform there.
Since the murder?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are they?
The murder, and then there was like this kid who was there, who was like a 12-year-old comedian or whatever.
Oh, really?
And this is the story I heard. That his parents got a divorce, and the dad took him there to do like the open mic, and the mom got mad and called the cops saying that her kid was in like a bar.
Oh, what a prick!
So then between that and the murder, like they're like strict, no one under 21. I used to be able to perform there, and then like I would have to be outside. They'd be like, "You're next," and I'd go inside, perform, and then I have to leave. Like now, it's like I can't all until I'm 21.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, they're the strictest one on age for kids.
Which is weird, because like that place is notorious for like people doing drugs in the back. Like you're worried about somebody who doesn't drink.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly having a drink in their hand.
Oh yeah, well see, in the 80s they used to do a lot of coke.
Mm-hmm.
Coke was the big thing there. A lot of comedians, Of course they were having heart attacks left and right and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were going unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
But reefer was, they used to call it reefer, weed.
There wasn't a bunch of names for it back then, was there?
Mary Jane.
There's like 3: weed, reefer, Mary Jane.
You've heard of Mary Jane, right?
Mm-hmm. Nobody calls it that anymore.
No. Weed is mostly what you hear now.
Just weed. If you're like a huge pothead, like maybe you'll know like a couple of names of some types of it, but like other than that, just weed. I just don't like the taste or smell of it.
No, I don't like smoke. I mean, you're so lucky. Like when I grew up, it was smoke was fucking, big billows of smoke in comedy clubs. It was horrible.
I remember when I was younger, like you could like smoke in restaurants and stuff, but there was like a smoking, non-smoking section. It's weird.
Well, the funniest thing I remember is in first class
Mm-hmm.
in a plane, like there'd be 8 seats, and 4 of them would be non-smoking, and 4 of them would be smoking, as if the smoke knows.
Yeah, hey, don't go past this back seat.
Whoa.
It's no, that's.
Let me ask you about your dreams. Starting right now, what progression and how much time? What do you want?
Eventually, I would like to do like TV and film. Like film is like my biggest passion. I would think. Like I definitely want to do movies. It's my number one thing. I love film. That's my initial goal. I'm working on developing my own TV show right now. That would help. I can probably start taping. Hopefully, if things move fast enough by the end of the year. I want to get my late night set together. I want to do stand up on TV a little bit more than I have. And
You've done some stand up on TV?
Yeah. Nothing like huge. Just I did Comic View on BET. I'm like the youngest person to ever be on that.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so much fun. Like a standing ovation. It was
Really?
amazing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
maybe they were just leaving.
I was the last comic, so it's very possible. Or maybe I closed out and got a standing ovation.
Maybe you killed.
I did it on there. I did it on MTV. So I mean, I want to do a little bit more than that. Like I would love to do Comedy Central or like a late night set.
You never did Byron Allen's show?
No, I wanted to, but I
that
was
not
too
around?
young when they submitted me for it. I was 17, and they were like, "Hey, he's a tad too young," which is so annoying.
Bad show anyway.
Have you been on it?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's not changing people's lives.
It did?
No, it's not changing
No.
people's lives.
I mean, it was just so phony because he would ask questions and you'd do your act.
Just setting it up for
So
it.
you're Italian from Philadelphia? Eh? Oh, yeah, I am. Forget about it. You know, it's you know what I mean? Like, do you have stuff about your family?
A
you
tiny bit. Like, actually, no, not really anymore. I don't even do it anymore.
Well, what's the majority of the material about now? You were touching on it before.
Probably, it's probably split up evenly three ways. Probably a mix of pop culture, friends, and now start like in young experiences. Like talking about like I went to my first strip club and stuff like that. Like my first older girlfriend and what it's like moving to LA and getting my first car and stuff like that.
I think the idea of like an older woman is 25 to you.
It
It's
is.
fucking cool.
That's a MILF to me.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Isn't that hilarious?
It's weird,
Yeah.
but I don't see it that way.
But they look different, you know, like your eyes, your view changes as you get older because you did you ever see that joke I do about you lower the bar?
I don't think so.
Well, the gist of the joke is that as you get older, women will look beautiful to you because you lower the bar. So like ones that were hot, because when I was in college, everybody didn't look hot to me.
Yeah.
Now most college girls all look hot to me. You know?
I'm having the complete opposite effect when I moved to LA. Like when I was in Ohio, the girls that were in my high school in Ohio, I was like, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen. And now like, I've seen the LA girls, I'm like, don't even talk to me, Ohio chicks.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's completely opposite.
Yeah, well, I mean, here, don't forget they move out here.
Yeah.
Because they were the most beautiful girl in their high school. So
Exactly.
They got to keep getting weeded out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair. I mean,
It's really not. It's just a constant flow of hot chicks here. It's annoying. You ever get mad at somebody for being so hot? Like, I follow girls on Instagram where, like, I have to unfollow you because it's like, I'm never going to have a chance with you. I get mad.
You unfollow them?
Yeah, like, I can't look at you because I'm not going to sleep with you. I cannot look at you. But those are girls with, like, millions and millions of followers.
How many girls do you think you've slept with?
That I've slept with? I don't know if I want to put that out there.
Come on, man. This is me. I'm like an uncle to you.
Grandfather figure. But
Great grandfather.
my grandpa's only 61. I have a super young family. How many girls? It's not that many.
20?
15?
10?
15.
15.
But I have like super high standards for girls I sleep with. Like, it's got to be a 9 or a 10.
You'll change eventually.
I know. I know. The bar will lower.
You don't get so cocky when you...
No. Yeah, right now it's like, my friend will see somebody at a comedy club and be like, hey, she's kind of cute. Like, yeah, I'm not going to sleep with somebody kind of cute. So that'd be somebody who, like, I'm proud of being like, wow, I can't believe I
Proud
slept
of
with her.
lowering your standards?
Yeah. Like a playmate or something like that.
Yeah.
They've got to be super hot. But that's also, like, more of a challenge. Like, I feel like I have something to prove.
So you have a crush on Eliza, huh?
Yeah.
She would tear you up.
I would. Never mind.
You would what? No.
I was going to say I would tear her up, but that comes across weirder if I say that. Like, I'm too confident.
You think so?
I think so. I would, though. She's gorgeous.
How about Tiffany?
Haddish? Tiffany, I feel like would rape me. The things Tiffany Haddish has said to me. Like when I first met her when I was 17, and she was like, "Ooh, I'm about to stick this black pussy on you," and I was like, "What is that?" Like, it was the most vulgar shit ever. I would do it just for the experience.
Well, I couldn't do it. I know her too well. I was too much of a daughter figure.
She's been around for a while.
Yeah, she's been around since she was a teenager too.
Jeez.
She was a kid when I met her. She's like 15 or 14. But my thing with her, and I told her this, it would be the fear of her going, "You call that a dick?" You know what I mean? Like, and then it's like,
That's the most harsh thing anybody could ever say.
Oh, yeah.
You call that a
look at this
dick?
motherfucker.
Where is it?
Let me call my brother. I want him to come in here and see this.
That, oh my god, would you ever?
No.
Would you sleep with? Would you? If you sleep with a girl, do you let her see like after your erection's gone? Like, do you let a girl see your like soft penis?
You know, it doesn't really go completely, so it looks like it's bigger than it would be. I can't believe I'm talking about this. What the fuck did this interview turn? I'm not the fucking. You answer the question. It doesn't get completely soft like until she leaves
What?
or says something disparaging about my political views.
Let me rephrase. Would you let her see it like as small as it gets, like out of like a cold
Shrinkage?
shower? Yeah. Would you ever let a girl see that?
No.
Okay.
Would you?
No. But I've met guys where it's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. It's whatever.
No, I don't
What,
want to.
it's called like what? A grower, not a shower. Is that what they say?
I wouldn't have to. I don't want to have to pull the turtle's head out, as they say in the trades.
I heard somebody refer to it as an acorn. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's fucking awful.
No, I wouldn't.
That's what made me laugh so much about like when you saw like Justin Bieber had like his dick pics leaked.
No, I didn't see that.
Well, it makes me feel weird that like I know and you just like it wasn't a popular thing. Like it was out there. I'm not just googling Justin Bieber's dick pics. It was like after there's a naked girl in his window like getting dressed. Like they clearly just had sex. And he's like running outside. It's in like Bora Bora or something like that. And he's like running outside and he's like and his dick's just out. And it's like 3/4 after sex penis, where it's not as small as it would get, but it's also like still decent size. And then every girl was like, "Oh my god, it's huge." He's just like, he's not even hard right now. It's huge. It's like, no, he's not stupid. Like he's not going anywhere where like that anybody could see it if he's not at least okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, he's pumping up a little bit.
Pumping up. Yeah, that'd be the word.
Yeah, it's strategy. He knew what he was doing.
Your first one worked? Your first one, you sent it to her, and she sent you back a picture of her?
Mm-hmm.
Is she around?
Yeah, she lives. What part of town? Somewhere east by like Culver City, or sorry, west by Culver City.
And you don't see her anymore?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
Only specific situations.
When you want to get laid, but you don't feel like talking?
Exactly.
You can't really date anybody. You don't have the money.
Exactly. Oh my god, I cannot afford a date. I just broke up with my ex like a month ago, a little over a month ago, and now like my bank account is like, thank God. You know what she did though? This little asshole move. Like we're broken up. She got me a Christmas present.
That you got to get her one.
She got me like a whole new bed set, like a mattress pad, sheets, new pillows. Like that's like a $250 like buy-in altogether.
So
like,
what are you gonna do?
move? I don't know. Like some bitch where I just never have to face her again.
That's a tough one.
That's an asshole move, right?
Well, it's not like getting you a ring.
Oh God, I couldn't be tied down right now. I don't think. I think that's kind of what hit me. Is like,
No, that would kill you.
yeah, I like flirting too much, and it's just like there's too many girls I would like to try.
You ever pick up girls here?
Laugh Factory? No, I haven't picked up. I've brought a couple girls here.
Yeah.
Brought a playmate here. Brought a couple girls here.
Who do you think gets the hottest chicks of any comedian?
Chris or Dane. Chris D'Elia or Dane Cook definitely get the hottest chicks.
I haven't seen. Well, Dane's one was a friend of mine, Nicole. I loved her, and I loved the other one too. The one before you came here. Her name was. She was a singer, beautiful girl. Anyway.
Scherzinger?
Huh?
Scherzinger?
No, she was she works at another place around here now.
I feel like I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name either.
She had two names. For some reason, some people called her one thing. Some people called her like Angie, and other people called her Mary. You know, one of those people.
Weird. Two names that aren't even close.
Yeah, no, she didn't. They weren't. Sarah, her name was Sarah.
Okay.
And something else, I'm pretty sure. But D'Elia has the most beautiful girls.
It's ridiculous.
And you know what happens is, they're all really nice, and then you end up liking them, and they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's weird for me to do that because like those
but
guys.
He has a girl now that he's with for real.
I haven't met her, but
Cassie,
she's gorgeous though.
Gorgeous.
I've seen her around.
Sweetheart too.
She's really nice.
Yeah, really
That's
nice.
good. I'm glad he's kind of like settling down. It's good. It's a weird like some guys can do that though. Like some guys can just like bounce from chick to chick to chick to chick to chick, and it's hard for me to do that. Because like I don't know. I like people too.
Well, I guess he
easily.
just hadn't found the right one until this one, maybe.
That's true.
You know?
I, on the other hand, just need to meet the right hoes who don't let me get attached.
Yeah, well, you don't need it. You don't need that now. I mean, like I said, you don't have the money to fucking go to dinner.
No.
So
Wendy's, maybe.
You just need girls that you can have sex with and have fun with.
Exactly. So if anybody sees this and you're not looking for food, just to hook up, let me
You've
know.
already been fed.
Come to me.
Man.
Oh, you already have a dinner date? That's perfect. Okay. Go do that and then come see me.
I forgot we had the cross camera.
Right?
I don't know why I would forget that. You like this room?
I love this room. I've never been in here.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of old stuff in here.
Yes, I would say this is when it's way before my time, it's really fucking old.
Yeah, I don't know anybody on this wall except for Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, I don't know anybody on this.
Well, this is Lucille Ball. So that show still comes on TV Land. I Love Lucy.
Oh yeah.
And you shouldn't know anybody else, just the two black guys.
I know Cedric.
Cedric and Jamie Foxx.
Damon Wayans. Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Damon Wayans. Wise guy, huh?
That's all I know in here. No, Joan Rivers, of course, Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, and I don't know his name.
Who?
In the brown suit.
This one?
Yeah.
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal. I recognize him, didn't know his name. Awful.
Well, he's way before your time.
It's weird.
What year were you born?
95.
Well, why couldn't I figure that out just by subtracting?
Just subtract 20. What year were you born?
1922.
You were not.
So I was a Civil War veteran. I still have. Oh, I look back on those days. Those were the days.
That's so funny.
So listen, I'm gonna have you on in another year.
Another year?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to see the difference in your life in a year.
Okay.
I mean, maybe before a year if we have to do it. It's not like a punishment.
Okay.
I'm just because like you are the youngest one that's ever been on here by far.
Mm-hmm.
So see what happens. Be funny if you're in here with Eliza and two twin babies.
Oh my god. And you're like reading the test results. Like, Matt, they are yours. Fuck. I wouldn't mind. She's hot enough. If I could only sleep with her and she'd be pregnant, I might take that bullet.
Is she friendly enough though?
Yeah, she's always been friendly to me.
Me too, but I know that she could be tough to some people.
Oh yeah, like I haven't like tried to hit on her or anything. I think her friend had a crush on me one time. I was gonna like try to make that like a stepping stone, but it didn't happen.
It doesn't usually work that way.
Mm.
You don't usually fuck somebody's friend and they go, boy, I'd like to fuck him too.
Exactly. It doesn't happen.
No.
Girls have morals and shit. It's gross.
It's terrible.
It's awful people. What is on your shirt? What's Perth?
Perth is it's in Australia. It's the most remote large city in the world.
Really?
It's the furthest from regular civilization. It's closer to Jakarta in Indonesia than it is to Sydney.
Oh Jesus!
You've been to Australia?
I've never.
What's the furthest you've been from your house? Here?
Here? Never been out of the country.
You got a passport?
I do. I take that back. I went to Canada like a couple weeks ago, Vancouver.
Who'd you do that with?
Ralphie May.
Oh, really? You up for Ralphie?
Mm.
How's he doing?
Great. He's getting healthier. He's lost a little bit of weight.
Oh, thank God.
We were on tour for like a month on his tour bus. So much fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good experience.
Yeah.
So you made some bread there.
Yeah. It's all gone though. It's all gone. My teeth.
Oh yeah, that's what we should close with is your teeth. No, this is when you know you're with somebody young. You're getting veneers put on your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
What prompted this?
I hated my teeth before. It was like I had like a gap in the middle, and and then my other ones were like crooked and stuff like that. So I was like, there's no pictures of me smiling anywhere. Like, you cannot find them in my mom's house, on Instagram, on the internet, anywhere. There's no pictures of me smiling. So it's like now I can finally do that. And it'll like help me land like more acting stuff. I would assume because like that stuff is so specific that they look for a specific look. Like if you could knock it apart because you have blue eyes instead of brown eyes, and they want somebody with brown eyes. So I mean, I feel like I'm just more marketable.
That was funny because when I came in Greenblatt's to see you guys the other night, You had just taken them out or putting them back in, or you were
Oh, I had
playing-
temporary ones in. Yeah,
Oh, now these are real.
these are like
Let
the
me
official
see.
ones. Yeah.
That's they put them over your regular teeth.
Yeah, they shape the regular ones underneath. It's like file them down a little bit, not like little nubs or anything like that, just smaller versions, and they have these on top of them. I just got them done like an hour before I came here.
Today?
That's why I'm talking weird a little bit. I can't say V's like vagina. It just feels weird. And F's because I had gaps in my teeth before, so like the air would leave my mouth differently. It's like now I have to get used to that. I can still whistle. Okay, that's good. I didn't know if I could or not.
How much do you have insurance?
No, I don't have insurance.
You had to pay for that? How much was it?
For my front 6 teeth, it cost me $16,000.
Jeez, and you're broke?
I am broke now. I really just gotta believe it's an investment.
So now you got teeth, but you can't afford food to chew them with.
Yeah. I'm gonna be an adorable homeless person.
Hey, look how good looking that homeless kid is. Look at it. Did you see the smile on him?
Nah, he doesn't need money.
He's a glowing. Well, thank you, brother, for being on the show.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Definitely
so much
we'll
fun.
do it again.
Absolutely.
And good, Matt, where are you at?
This coming week, I don't know how soon this will be up, but this coming weekend
This
I'm
will
in.
be up in 2 weeks, I think.
In 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be home for the holidays then. I don't know what I'm doing in 2 weeks.
Well, what else you doing, just in case?
I mean, I'm here all the time at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood and sometimes Long Beach, the Hollywood Improv. I'm there all the time. I have a show on the 29th at the Hollywood Improv. People can come to that. It's like me, Chris D'Elia's on it, Dane Cook, and like a couple other people.
So those two are on the same shows now?
Yeah.
That'll get worked out?
Yeah. From what I've heard, it's no big deal anymore.
Yeah.
Nothing serious. And then, yeah, other than that, I'm just traveling.
Were you caught in the middle on that?
No, not at all. I'm just recently like getting like closer with Chris. Like we've never really like we say what's up to each other, but like he just gave me his number like a week ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, he's like some people just have small circles. So I'm not offended by it.
Offended by what?
Like just like not being that friendly. Like some people just aren't like that outgoing and friendly with everybody.
Oh, Chris isn't?
Yeah, he's a little standoffish.
Yeah, I guess so. I only know the friendly side of him, but...
Yeah, but if I was like a stranger and I just saw Chris, like I wouldn't go say hi to him. It's just like through stand up and coming here and seeing each other, like that's how I know him. And just recently, it's been like, "Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Here's my number."
Who's the most friendly celebrity you've met?
I don't know. I mean, Bieber was pretty cool.
Well, he's pretty big, too.
He was nice. I mean, I was really expecting him to be like a little bit of a dick, but not at all.
He was a fan of Chris's, too.
Yeah. I think it's like him and Kevin Hart are like Bieber's favorite comedians. So
Oh, yeah?
good for him.
Talk about dissimilar comedians. too.
Right? Oh my god.
Matt, thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you, Don.
See you guys next week.
Each time